that 3 goes into 1 and 6500ths. Don't forget to move my decimal immediately. Again, adding, subtracting, and dividing, the decimal does not move. The only time it moves is multiplication. Okay? All right. 3 cannot go into 1, so I'm going to put a 0 there. However, how many groups of 3 can go into 16? Well, there's 5 groups, because 5 times 3 equals 15, and that makes it a 1. Bring down my 5. 5 groups of 3 goes into 15. Subtract that out, and I have a remainder of 0, and my answer is C. There you go. Please make sure that you pause, because I am going quite quickly because the videos are taking longer, and I want to make sure that you get plenty of rest and get your work done. But please pause, work it out, then go back to make sure if you're right on track. Here's more pictorial models. Model represents. You're going to see this again on STAR. This is one of the old STAR questions that we had, and I'm looking at them. We're starting off, this is the total amount, and you're dividing those into 3 groups. So which one represents a total amount of 2 wholes and 1/10? Okay, so here you have 1 and 1/10. You have 10, 11. So this does not represent. This is the total, and it's divided by a part. So you have 3 groups to equal how many are in each group. Okay, so this is not representing, let me move this down here. This doesn't represent 2 wholes, because everything on the left of the decimal are your wholes. They go to like $2.10. Which ones are going to represent the $2? So here I have $1, and I have $2, and there's my 1/10. And I put 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups. And so if I divided those equally, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tenths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tenths. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tenths. So I started off with 2 and 1/10 divided into 3 parts will equal 7 tenths. Here, this is not at all. I have 11 tenths in 3 groups. So this would be 11, not 11 tenths, I'm sorry about that, 11 hundredths times 3 groups. Here I have 1 and 1/10, 1 and 1/10, 1 and 1/10, and 3 groups of each. So I have I rephrased that. This is going to be the other way, 3 groups of, because I have 3 groups of 11 hundredths, which is the same as 3 times 11 hundredths. Here I have 3 groups of 1 whole and 1/10. So this is of 1 and 1/10, which is the equation of 3 times 1 and 1/10. And here I just have 1, 2, 3, 4 tenths. Okay, that's all that is. Let me move my decimal down so it looks like it's further down. So it can be my 0 because I don't have any holes, and I can put my 0 there to hold its place, or it can just be 4 tenths. All right, so my correct answer is A. All right, now we're looking at, so there's A right there. Does that make more sense? I want to make sure that you understand. Again, put a star that if you see this problem, you're going to be able to work it out with no problem, a question mark, that something here is confusing you and we need to go over it before next Tuesday. Number 9, which equation best represents this model? Again, all right, so look at it before you even look at the groups. What do you have here? You have 1 whole and 1/10. Now, you split this up. Split is represented by division into how many parts? 2. Absolutely. And do you have 55 hundredths in here? So you did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. What did I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. I miscounted. So it's equals 55 hundredths in one group and 55 hundredths in another group. So I have group 1 and I have group 2. Okay. And so that equals 55 here and 55 hundredths there. Okay? All right, so the correct answer is here. You're not starting off with 1 and 1/100ths divided into two groups, and you don't have two groups of 1 and 1/10, because otherwise you would have this and another one. You would duplicate this, and it'll have that whole circle around there, and you don't have that one. And that's not the same here as well. Okay, now let's look at number 10. Leighton ate a hot lunch from school cafeteria 3 times this week. Now, those of you that eat lunch in the cafeteria, you know that your lunch costs a certain amount of money. And so either way, your account's being charged. So you have 3 times this week and brought lunch from home 2 days. Now, Leighton spent $8.25 on hot lunches. How much did each lunch cost? Okay, so I'm going to put 8 3 times. Total, oops, there goes that total, spent was $8.25. So each lunch costs blank. All right, so I have a total amount. I'm given a total, I'm given a part, and I need to find a part. So I'm not going to subtract anything, but I will divide. So I have $8.25 divided by 3 equals, how much did he spend for each lunch? So now this is my dividend, $8.25, because it's my total that goes here. Actually, I'm going to write it to the side because I'm going to put my math there. Okay. So immediately I'm going to move my decimal up. My multiplication here, 3 goes into 8 2 times, because 2 times 3 equals 6. Subtract that out. That's 2. Bring down my 2. 3 goes into 22 7 times, because 7 times 3 equals 21. Subtract that out. 2 minus 1 is 1. Bring down my 5. 3 goes into 15 5 times, because 5 times 3 equals 15. And I have 0 money, or 0. It's nothing left over. So each meal costs $2.75. Okay, and that's your final answer. All right, again, if you are still struggling, please make sure you put a question mark or circle it. Let me know what part is what's most difficult, because this is the time to start ironing out all those kinks that's stopping you from mastering your skills. All right, again, STAR testing is next. Math is next Tuesday. So we're looking at April 10th, and reading is April 11th. Please get your 30 minutes of reading in. Please discuss what you're reading with a friend, family member, or your pet dog or cat or rabbit or rat, and talk to them and discuss what's going on, and talk about the text structures, and talk about the features that are within your book, so you get yourself in that routine of discussing what's happening. Have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow. Alrighty, bye.